right, out here doing guitar stuff again. So we're getting the truss rod cover lined up before I sand anything. So I've done 2 cans of clear coat, and I've been sitting here trying to get this fiddle farting with this, trying to get it dialed in just perfect. So here's what we're doing. All right, so I'm mainly eyeballing this. I did a spot right between the 2 little strings right there, and we're just gonna kind of eyeball it. It looks straight. I mean, that's what I did with most of my other ones. I just eyeballed them. So I think that's pretty close. So if it's off, it ain't by much. So Frog over there, Bumpy Frog's fishing. He says it looks good to him. He said, stick it on. So that's what we're about to do. Is I've got my little baby drill bit here. We're gonna hit that on the top and on the bottom. Then we're gonna start level sanding this and get that nice and flat, sand out any imperfections. As you can see, we have some more of those little white dots. I think that's from just maybe humidity. I don't have a clue. So we're gonna sand until that comes out. We're gonna try and stay off the edges because I don't want to have to put any more work on that. And we're gonna do this and slick it up and get it ready to go. Then we're gonna flip her over. We're gonna do the back, the stinger, and then we're gonna save the biggest part for last down at the end, because it's not gonna really show any imperfections because it's white. So I don't know if you ever buffed a white car, but when you do, the scratches are hard to see. So we're gonna do that last because it's the biggest, and this will probably require the most work to make it just right. So stay with me. All right, I think we nailed it on first try, which that's all we had was 1 try. So we're gonna take the screws back out, set them somewhere where you know where they're at, and then we're gonna get the level sanding, and then we're gonna bring it up to multiple grits. I bought this, so we're gonna go with probably 800 on this, then 1200, then 15, and so on until we get to 3000. What I'm hoping to do is keep from having to buff so much. I also bought this stuff. I've never used it before, but people were raving about it. It's a 2500, so I guess that's a grit. It's just a cut and polish. So I'm gonna use that. And I'm gonna I bought another set of these off Amazon. They work really good. There's what's all in it. They're like 35 bucks for this whole kit that works on a drill. So I think I'm gonna start with probably this guy. Normally I start with one of these other pads right here, but I think I'm gonna start with the terry cloth or terry pad or whatever you want to call it, cotton pad, because it's supposed to cut the deepest and the fastest. So that's what we're gonna start with and see what happens. I'm sure I'll have to do 17 different pads and 4 different polishes and all that stuff to get this thing right, but we're gonna start working on it right now. All right, so we've been at it for probably 15 minutes or so. I got these big divots right here. I don't know if I'm gonna get too crazy with those. I'll probably try and get them out, but they're gonna be covered up by the truss rod cover anyway. But if they can't come out, they'll be fine. Those little spots will be covered up by the other little washers. I mean, I'm gonna get all these little dots out. They should come out fine. And we're down here, and we got a few more little high spots we're trying to get out. Down here's, you can't feel that right now, so that's pretty floated in. All this is barely feel it, and this you can feel it pretty good right here. So we're gonna work on this a little bit more. And after I do this, I'm still gonna work on these dots. So I'll still work on this a little bit more, but I switched to the 1200 grit because I'm getting kind of close. I don't want to eat through anything. So it's just give me a little layer of protection. So we're gonna keep working. All right, so we got it kind of to a nice matte finish, and we just put this stuff on it with the green pad. Still got some haziness and cloudiness in it. So I'm gonna hit it again and see if we can get all that out. So I'm gonna just keep hitting it and over again. That's nice and slick. You can't really feel that at all. You can feel just a hair of that, but it's fine. So we're gonna keep hitting it and hitting it and hitting it until I get it, no imperfections. The only thing we got wrong with this is a couple little, there's white spots right there. But you gotta really look at it. And a couple right there. And I really don't understand what that is. But it be what it be. You ain't gonna be staring at it that hard anyway. So I'll come back when I get her. Look, you can see the foam in it now. So we're gonna get it. All right, kiddos. So we got this stinger done. Dad's happy with it. I'm tired of buffing on it, so it's got a good shine to it. So that's all she wrote for that. Flip her over, and nope, that's all dirty looking. But that looks good. So we got the thumb of approval on that, so nice and shiny. So now we're going to work on that. That shouldn't be too hard because it's not black, so you don't have to worry about not, seeing every little bitty thing in it. So we're going to do that in just a minute and see what happens. All right, kids, I spared y'all the boring stuff. So now we're on, we've done 800 grit, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's just as matte as it can be, matte and flat. So we're going to do 800. Now I'm about to hit it with the 1200 assilex, that right there, and we're going to just get it all around. And I'm going to probably get me some of that toll cut and go 1500, 2000, and just kind of gently rub it. And just since I have it, and because you're not going to really see the swirl marks as much on this, but it is just flat, flat, flat. I was just telling Dad he's probably going to have the best finish I've done so far on an actual body. So stay with me, and I'll come back when I'm totally got it all slicked up and polished. So spare you all the boring stuff. All right, so we've been buffing for a couple hours now. So this is the hard part, but it pays off so much in the end. So here's what we got. So this is probably one of my best finishes. Looks like porcelain. Let me see if I can get it over here. It's the color is awesome. There's hardly no imperfections coming through it. Turn the flash on. There we go. There's a flash. I don't know. Just can't do it justice. There we go. So it's nice and smooth. That's a couple little dents in it, but you're gonna have that. You're gonna have that. It's fine. That looks good. Clean as a whistle. Clean as a whistle. Singer, clean as a whistle.